Welcome to the Alumni Podcast. Our guest here today is Jorge Alvarez, and he has over 7 awards in education. Hi.
Hello, welcome, thank you.
Thanks. So, do you want to tell us more about the awards you have?
Yes, before I start with the awards, let me introduce myself a little bit.
Of course.
My name is Jorge Alvarez. I come from Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico.
Mm.
Right now I work as a 4th grade dual language for the District of Southwest ISD.
Right.
And it's my calling, it's my passion. So teaching is something that I really love doing, being with the kids.
Mm.
So now that you mentioned the awards,
Yeah.
I didn't want to go straight to the awards, but it's just a product of a lot of hard work that I put in, along with
Right.
teachers, along with professors, mentors, my students, former students, families, and it's everyone all together.
Right.
Just that we have worked in order to get this award. So yeah, this year it was school year 2023-2024. It was a very successful year for me as on that receiving those awards.
Right.
So I was blessed and humbled to be or to receive this accolade.
Right.
So yes.
I know. I see you stacked up a lot of awards. You think that's great?
Yes, I know. When I hear that you asked me to bring these awards, I'm like, are you sure you want me to bring everything? So
I really did want you to bring the box. I was really excited to see like the whole collection you had.
Yeah, so it was good, and I don't know. I mean, you want me to show them? Or?
Yeah, if you could.
So this is one of them.
Mhm.
This is the Southwest District Elementary Teacher of the Year.
Right.
So it's kind of heavy, it's beautiful, right? And I like to show it to my students, right?
Yeah.
Because this is not for me, it's for
Right.
them as well. Right, it's a reflection. And as an emerging bilingual myself, and I teach dual language, which is emerging bilingual students, it's just something for them to visualize, to see like, you know what, if my teacher can do it, then I can do it. Right? It requires a lot of hard work, so I like to show them all of this because thanks to them, I was able to get this. Another one. This is the Trinity Prize for Excellence in Teaching, which I also obtained on May 3rd. So it's beautiful, right?
It is.
I like to see all the class and presentable and all that stuff. So that's another one. This star, now I'm gonna put this as a background. This is for the Excellence in Education Awards on the category for the Rising Star Elementary for the whole state of Texas.
Wow.
So I will, out of 1,200 something applicants, I was in the top 5. Unfortunately, I didn't win, but for me and my students, we said that we want just to be there and be able to represent not only our elementary or district, but San Antonio itself.
Right, your community.
Yeah, my community, yes. So it was a real bliss. I was able to take my parents with me. My young boy, I have a 4-year-old son, I'm sorry, and he was there too. So it was an amazing. These two. It was for students' achievement in both reading and math this past year, both in reading and math. And it just shows a reflection that we can do it, right? For me, it's just that it shows that the hard work that we put in the classroom, all of us, me as a teacher and my students as students, of course, it's just that we were able to receive these two.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have a couple more, I'm sorry, let me.
No, go ahead, I'm here to listen.
Yes. And this, I'm going to show you this one is just a portrait of myself for the Southwest District Elementary Teacher of the Year. And this one, it goes with this. Let me see, this is kind of big. This one right here, which is just another one that I love a lot, right? It's big, it's huge, and my students are able to see it as well. So, I want to thank you for opening this platform to me and be able to share this with whoever wants to see it. And you know, I feel blessed to be here, so thank you for that. And this last one is just a letter from the mayor of San Antonio, just to be appreciative of the hard work that us teachers put into the classroom. So yeah, on the topic of the awards or accolades, this was my last year, so I was really blessed this last school year to be able to receive all of this.
This was all of this previous year?
Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I also heard you received the Aspire grant.
Yes, so that was in the year 2022. I was nominated and I won the Classroom of the Month, which was the Aspire, which is run by here by Texas A&M, which it was really, really awesome. They did it awesome. They took cheerleaders. They make a whole thing. They gave goodies to my students. They gave them a lot of stuff for the university, so it was really good. And I really appreciate how the university takes the time to give back to the community, right? I mean, I also received a grant, which it was used back to the classroom, right?
Right.
And as people might know, teachers, we always need that extra money for the students, for the classroom, and for extra resources. So yeah, it was an amazing surprise actually. I didn't know I had one.
Really?
And yeah, it was weird because they took me out of the campus, right? We were just driving, my vice principal. He's like, we're gonna go check the community, maybe look for any businesses that can help us bring money into the school and all this stuff. So I was like, okay, I guess free day for me. I don't have to be in the classroom for today, right?
A little road trip.
Yes. And then I come back and I see a lot of people in the library. I'm like, what's going on? And then he tells me, well, I don't know, let's go, let's check it out. And as soon as I open the door, I see my family, right? My family, my students, their family, and a bunch of people just clapping like, hey. I'm like, what is this for? And yeah, they had told me that I had won the Aspire Classroom of the Month. So it was an amazing time. It was fun.
They surprised you?
Yeah. So, and I mean, I say I don't like surprises, but then after they pass, you're like, oh, I like that surprise.
That was a good surprise.
Yes.
Can't go wrong there.
Yes.
So how did you know teaching was your passion?
Okay. So when I was working, first of all, I went to school, right? As let me just backtrack on my whole story, right? So I come from a family of mom and dad, two older sisters, and a twin brother, right? We migrated.
You're a twin?
Yes.
I'm a twin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, nice. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, okay.
I have a twin brother. He's a minute older.
Okay, yeah, my twin brother, yeah.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
So we migrated from Monterrey, right? We got here in San Antonio, and then just like a regular migrant and working family, my parents were working hard. You know, they always tell us that education is what we want you to achieve. You know, we want you to go to school and not take advantage, but show what you're made out of. You know, so we went to school. When I was in elementary, I had teachers, right? I'm not going to say bad or good teachers, but I had teachers that helped me more, some that they could have helped me more, but they didn't. And I saw that I was missed of a lot of opportunities, right? I feel like there was no equitableness in education that I could have probably taken advantage of that, or being blessed with that, or be able to receive a better education. Now, it was not until, fast forward, long story short, right? It was not until 10th grade I met one of my English teachers, Ms. Gomez, and which is fun, and it's funny because I am going to be teaching or co-teaching with her this school year.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I met Mrs. Gomez, right? And she made me realize that, you know what, you're capable of doing a lot of things. You have grit, you have talents, you have passion for things that you do. So keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and everything's going to work for you. So it was great. It was a great experience for me in that sense. So when she told me that, I realized that, you know what, I can do it. And that made me just kind of go back in time and thinking, oh wait, my teachers could have helped me here. My other teacher could have helped me here and support me in this area.
Right.
Like if they would have done that, I would be already in dual credit courses or AP courses.
Right.
Right. Not until wait until 10th grade or 11th grade and try to do those. So I was like, okay. Fast forward that story. I graduated high school. I went to college, finished a degree, and then went back to college again. And then that's when I was like, you know what? I need to go back and be a teacher. I need to go help those kids that reflect of me, or in a sense like that I can see myself in them, and they can see
like
themselves in me.
Relate to.
Yes, to have the I don't want any kids to miss those opportunities like I did. Because I know we have a lot of grit. We know we have a lot of students that they just need one opportunity. So my job now is to make a seat for the students on the table.
That's really
so
amazing.
that's when I discovered, you know what, it's like I need to help myself when I was 10 years old. But then the only way that I can do that is helping other kids that they have the same age, and give them the opportunity to know that someone believes in them and can help them.
That's amazing. You're really giving everyone an opportunity, and especially the students you see yourself in, and I think that's great. You mentioned your degrees. Can you tell me more about what you have?
Yes. So right now, well, before I went to Palo Alto, I got a degree in kinesiology, and then I also came to A&M to get my exercise science degree, right? A&M San Antonio,
Right.
exercise science degree, and then when I figured out, going back to the other story, that I wanted to work with students, that's when I went to get my bilingual certification. Well, not bilingual certification, but it was interdisciplinary studies with a concentration on bilingual generalists on the grades 4 through 8.
Wow.
So meaning, for those that it sounded a lot, it's like being a bilingual dual language teacher. So I have that one, and right now I'm doing my master's degree in educational leadership in the University of Trinity, or Trinity University.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I
That's
didn't
cool.
put that on my bio.
No, this is great. This is great. I'm learning a lot about you. So what organizations were you part of on campus?
So when I was here in Texas A&M, I was part of MASA, which is Mexican American Student, no, something like that. So association. There you go. I was there for 2 semesters, but then the one that made me realize that I wanted to be a teacher, it was BESO. I don't know if you have heard about it.
Yes.
So BESO, which is the Bilingual Educator Students Organization.
Yes.
And that one, it was a great organization, because I was among other students that wanted to be teachers or bilingual teachers in my case, right? So I got a lot to do with them. I was not part of the president, best president, but I was a member. So I was able to collaborate with a lot of students and professors, and I got to learn a lot more about the profession of teaching and teaching dual language students in specific. So I would recommend BESO for those, totally, I would recommend BESO for those educators, even if you're not gonna do teaching or bilingual education, just go in there. There's a lot of individuals that have a good heart, especially the professors. I don't know if I can give a shout out here.
Of course.
Yes, the bilingual professors such as Dr. Garza, Dr. Guerra, Dr. Wu, Dr. Sanchez, which were the ones that when I was here, right? They're great. And to this day, if I have a question or I want them to collaborate with my classroom or somehow, they just call away. They become your friends. So they really, really support us students in there. So if you like to be a member of a good community, or you like to get support when you're in the university or even after the university, I would totally recommend BESO.
That was great. That was a great recommendation. Good to know. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of new to campus. I'm about to start my sophomore year, but I've seen BESO around, and I occasionally attend the graduations for content, and I see a lot of members who are part of BESO, and they really do seem like a community. It's always like a big group, and they want pictures together, and they're so happy.
Yes, it's like we bring the culture into the university. That's San Antonio, basically, right? That's how I feel. That's how I perceive us being back then. Even though into this day, when they have the fall fest and all those activities, you can miss those mangonadas or fresas con crema and all that stuff. So it's really good.
Of course, they always have the good snacks.
Yes.
Sure. Was there anything you found challenging during your experience on campus, maybe?
Not as much as the university, but personally, it was being a first generation student and not being able to know what to do or how to go through university, right? It was challenging. Yes, it was hard to know which classes to pick. What degree? What are you gonna do with the degree? Are you just gonna get the degree and work on something else? So that was a little bit of a challenge for me. But again,
having that support system at home, having that support system with other students that were like already ahead of you in the degree, having that organization, professors where they can kind of advise you on what to do or what next steps to take.
Right.
And that's what got me through it. So I wouldn't say much of a challenge, but it was un reto. I would say it in Spanish, right? It's like, which is can translate to the same thing, but for me it was just like a little bump, right? It was you need to go through those bumps in order to, because it's not easy. University is not easy, but it's doable, right? So you gotta find you have to find the group of people, family, friends, professors, organizations, how I said, that is gonna help you just go through it and just finish. Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. I gotta find my community.
Yes, exactly. Find your community. There's a lot of people out there that are gonna help you. And if you think there's not enough, you just gotta keep looking.
Thanks. That's good advice. I'm probably gonna keep that in mind.
Yes.
Do you have any advice you would give to current education majors?
Yes. Thank you for that question. That's an awesome question. So it's to know your why. Start with your why. Why you want to do it. Why do you want to become a teacher? Don't say that you want to become a teacher because you want the summers off. That's not the purpose, right? Of course we can joke about it, but don't really mean it. Do it for the change. Do it, and remember, you're not going to teach what you know. You're going to teach the students of who you are and who you want them to become because of their family, their culture, their beliefs, and all that. It don't matter where you're at, what school. You could be north side, southwest, south side, Hardendale. Just know that teaching, it's not easy, but it's a really rewarding profession. So make sure if you're going to become a teacher, do it 100% every day, all the time.
I think a lot of the majors are really going to appreciate hearing that. I think it really means a lot when you're hearing it from someone who's already in the position that you want to be in. So
yes, and look for the mentors. Go to those schools if you already got your degree. I mean, not degree, but you're working towards your degree. Ask your professors, maybe they can contact you with a teacher and already working, and do observation hours. You don't have to wait until you're a junior to do observations. You can volunteer and go observe to see, like, is this really for me, right? Because it's not a joke. Like, you have someone else's life in your hands,
right?
And that's why I became a teacher, because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna have someone else's life in my hands, at least for a year, and it's gonna take that year for me to make the positive change.
Right.
So invest in everything, just not in education, but like whatever you choose to do. Just invest the time and know that you're doing it for the good cause.
Right. No, I think you definitely have a point when you said the way you can make an impact, because you might not have your students for a long time, you just have them for a year, but that impact can be so life-changing the way you had yours.
Yes, and it only took one teacher. I mean, unfortunately for me, it was all the way to 10th grade, right? But I got it. I got it, right? I mean, and I don't say the other teachers didn't help me, they did, but it just took one teacher to actually just give me the extra push and do it. So if you become a teacher, be the teacher that, and don't say that, oh, one student at a time. No, it's every student, every time, all the time.
That's great. I'm going to quote you on that.
All right.
Well, that's amazing. Is there anything else you would like to add?
What else can I add? So, I don't know. Any questions? I mean, just being here, it's a great opportunity for me just to show a little bit of myself, my family, my culture, my students, and to just give a piece of advice for those that actually want to hear it or need it.
Yeah. Right.
So it's doable, and if any teachers or future teachers, there you go, will like help. I am in Southwest ISD. Just look for me, and I will be glad to help. Because the only way to positively help other students or more students about
grow the impact.
Yeah, to grow the impact to more students is to help other teachers, right? One can't do it alone, and that goes with everything. Being a teacher, being a university student, you can do it alone. So yeah, I'm there to help. I would love to help, right? And yeah, just reach out.
I've met you. You're really impressive. I think it's so cool that you can just like carry a bag full of awards. Personally.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And remember, the award for me, it's just the product
Right.
of a lot of work
Mm-hmm.
and collaborative work of a lot of people, right? It just
Right.
sometimes I just feel like the phase of the awards
Of all the hard work.
of the hard work that people have helped me or we have done together, right?
Mhm.
I just want to say thank you to my family, mom and dad. Ay, gracias a mi mamá y mi papá porque creo que van a ver esto, así que les quiero dar las gracias. Ojalá. Also want to say thank you to teachers that have helped me before when I was a rookie teacher, right? Also Miss Soto, she was a great mentor for me. Professors, they're always there. They encourage me to keep going, right? Not to be just stagnant or be just okay with being average in my profession. So I do it with a lot of love. I just want to say thank you to everyone that helped me and thank you for this space as well.